children, and welcome to another Foodie Friday. Today we're going to be making some chocolate chip cookies. So first things first, wash our hands all over, backs of hands, in between your fingers. I've washed mine, so I'm ready to go. Now the first thing we need is melted butter, and I've melted it because it's much easier. So we need 200 grams of butter. Now, a little tip I did, I used cups to measure everything out today. So you can do 200 grams or you can do 1 cup of butter. And then you need 225 grams or 1 cup of caster sugar. I'm just going to sieve it in to make sure there's no lumps. And then we're just going to mix the butter and the sugar together using a wooden spoon. You don't need a mixer for this recipe. Give it a good mix, look. Like that. And then we're going to add our flour exactly the same way, but we need 2 cups of flour. Try and make sure the cups are more or less the same size, because you don't want a big mug and a little cup, because that wouldn't work at all. And this is just sieving it to get all the lumps out. There's 1 cup. I'll give that one a quick stir before I put the other one in. Oops, flour going everywhere. You can see it's starting to thicken up now. It's going to resemble a bit like a dough in a minute, so that we can knead it. This is plain flour, by the way, not self-raising. Otherwise you might get a very puffy biscuit. So it's 2 cups of plain flour. It's 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of butter. Mix it all together. Oops. And in a minute I'm going to add in, this is a point where you can add in whatever you like. I'm going to add in white chocolate chips and milk chocolate chips into this mixture. But before I do that, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, just to give it a really nice vanilla flavour. In a second now, I'm going to put in chocolate chips. I've done a cupful of white and chocolate ones are underneath there, because I did make some the other day and I hadn't quite got enough chocolate chips. So I'm going to add those in. Don't worry if it's looking a bit dry at the moment, because in a second I'm going to put in 1 egg. So I'm going to start to knead this together now. But the egg is going to bind it all together, and it's also going to make it a little bit sticky. But don't worry about that, because we can add a bit more flour. So add it all in, get your hands right in there. That's why it's really important to wash your hands, because you're going to make a big mess like this. Here we go, try and get that egg all squeezed in everywhere. It goes all over. Ugh. What a mess. So you can see how sticky that is now because of the egg, but the egg really does make it a nice flavour. So I've got a little bit more flour there. I'm going to put some in there. I'm going to put some on there. In a second I'm going to roll it out. Let's hope this works. Ugh. Don't worry, it does look sticky, but it will come together, I promise you. Well, let's hope it does anyway. Otherwise, this will be a very bad video. There we go. We knead it all together. All the little bits out of there. And you can see by adding the extra flour, it's still a bit sticky, but it's coming much better. There we go. Make sure those chocolate chips are everywhere. Right, when we've got a nice ball like that, I'm just going to quickly wash my hands while you hang on. Get some of that off my hands. You're going to get a baking tray. You've already lined, hopefully, or you can just butter it, whichever you prefer. And then you just need a little tiny ball. Little ball. Don't make them too big. If you make them too big, they'll spread all over. And just pop it on the baking tray and just very gently pat it down like that. And we get another one in a ball. See the gap I'm leaving there, because otherwise they're going to run into each other. Now I like my cookies quite thin. If you like big thick cookies, you need to make bigger balls. But I'm going to have thin cookies because I like them thin and crispy. I will make some big ones on the end so you can see the difference. I'm not going to put many in at a time because I don't want them all to run into each other. Right, children, I'm only going to put this many cookies on the tray because they do spread out and I don't want them to run into each other. I've shown you here, look, I've made a slightly bigger one so you can see what that looks like when it comes out. So I'm going to pop these in now between 10 and 20 minutes. So check them after 10, but if you like them a bit crispier, it's probably about 20, and then we'll come back and have a look at them. See you in a minute. Hi children, so the cookies are ready. They've just come out of the oven. They're here. I'm just going to transfer them onto a plate. You know when they're done, when they go a little bit brown around the edges, look. And there's a big one that I made to show you how much they spread. That looks a bit like a Millie's cookie, doesn't it? And then these are the small ones that I did. Some of them are a bit funny shapes. But as long as they taste all right, then that's fine. So I'm going to have a try and see what they're like. Nice and crunchy. Perfect. Have a go. Let me know and I'll see you soon. Bye.